Today we're going to be doing an install on a 2015 Chrysler 300. The first thing we're going to need to do is take off this trim, then we'll move on to this trim, and lastly the screen. So the first step to get this out is just pry it off. There's 4 clips right here, and you can actually get your hand, if you push this door down, you can actually get it underneath. And you can pull out the bottom too. And then from there I'd use a pry tool on top up here, just kind of pop the other 2 out. Like that. Once you've got those loose, we can go ahead and unplug it. It's just a clip right on top of this plug. Just push that down. Once we've got that trim panel out, we're going to be getting this one out. And it's just clips as well. So we'll start in the bottom corner. There we go. And then we'll need to get the top clips out. And there's little metal clips back here that kind of keep it in place, so you want to try to make sure you get those loose and that they don't dig in. There we go. And there's going to be one plug here for the clock. Same thing with this one, just a clip on it. And as you can see on the back here, we've got all these clips all the way around. This is the metal clip here that I was mentioning. You can see this one's actually correct, but this one got stuck behind the actual trim and got bent out. So we'll just push that back down like that, and now it'll go back in perfectly and come out. And now that we got those loose, we just have 4 bolts all the way around this. There's 7mm or a Phillips head. Once you've got those loose, pull the screen out. And we'll just start unplugging all of these. We've got our antennas here. And the USB, and this will not be connected back to the radio. We're going to be putting our plug in there. And lastly, the main harness. Once we've got all that loose, we'll be putting in our main harness right here. And for this clip, you just push it up. It's a little lever. You'll slide it into here. Like that. And once it's pushed down as far as you can push it down, you just pull this lever down and you'll feel it snap into place. And for this one, there's not a lot of room back here, so I would recommend taking this and just pushing it down. Just the main plug, the factory one, and the female from ours. So then you've got just this hanging out up here, so it's a little bit easier. And then to route our cables, we're also going to be putting the other 2 ends that go to the V-line down through this hole. Alright, once we've got those in place, we're going to have to run our USB as well. So we've got that here. We're just going to put one end down here, and we'll leave the other one up so we can plug it into the radio. So now we'll start plugging everything back in. Make sure to undo the clip here, or the lever. There we go. And our USB as well. We'll get plugged in right here. And then lastly, all these antennas, they're all color coded, so just make sure you put them back in the right colored slot. And you might be missing one like this, or there might be some other ones in these slots. You know, as long as they go back where they came from, you'll be fine. And then we can start putting our screws back in. Alright, once we've got those in, we're going to go ahead and run our wires. You can go to the glove box. There's actually room in here. If you go back below this bottom part here, right here, you can run them through. There's a little gap. And that's what we'll be doing, so we'll be right back. Alright, so we've got our cables ran and put the screen in earlier. Lastly, we're just going to be reassembling. So we'll be starting with this trim piece. And we'll be plugging this in. It does go in upside down, so the clip will be on the bottom. And you'll slide the vents. Make sure the vents line up well. And you'll kind of feel it just sits in place. Now you can go around and just push on all the corners. And now that that's good, we'll be putting in the AC trim. Same thing here, the clip is on the bottom. plug that in and line that up. And there we go. We've got everything reassembled and the VLine's installed.